Okay, so what'd you say?
What? Oh, are we like going now? Is this episode 3?
This is episode 3, yes, technically.
Oh my gosh. No, did you hear about all that drama with Puerto Rico and Cuba and Spider-Man?
What? What does that even mean? What did Spider-Man do to Puerto Rico and Cuba? Please.
No, so Spider-Man 2, the sequel, the second game, the third one in the series, right?
I've
You know
not
the
played
one?
it yet.
Yeah, but you've heard of it, right?
Mhm.
There's 2 Spider-Man this time.
Oh.
What happened is Miles Morales, he's Spider-Man, but he has a black suit.
Mhm.
He is in this game, and you get to go to his house, and in his house there was a flag. Now, Miles is Puerto Rican, so you would think they would have the Puerto Rican flag on his wall. But no, they had the Cuban flag, and the reason was Insomniac messed up. So everyone screenshotted it, complained, and was sharing this online, being like, "Guys, you put the wrong flag." Now, I don't know if you've seen these 2 flags. You should look up a picture of these things. Puerto Rican and Cuban flag.
Puerto Rican and Cuban flag. Okay. I'm not gonna do that
And then
right now. Let me do it.
Yeah, okay. I want you to see this
there.
because looking at these 2 flags, I want you to see like how badly they messed up. You know.
Puerto Rican flag. Okay.
Yeah, it's got like the triangle and like the blue and red. And...
Flag. Those are. It's just the colors are the only thing that's different.
Yeah, so they messed up the colors, and so then people were really freaking out. So they did a patch where they switched the colors, and then everyone was like, good. But yeah, no, people were real upset, which is valid. I mean, if you get the wrong country, that is a whole group of people, that is valid to be upset about. I feel like people on the internet blew it a little out of proportion, because I don't think Insomniac meant it to be hateful at all. I think something in the files just got messed up, and that's all it was. But, you know, the internet.
Welcome back to the 3rd episode of the podcast, guys. We're recording this after we finished looking at the second footage because it's all poopy doopy because Shelly made an ouchie wouchie, but it's fine. We're here.
Yeah, this
now.
time don't do that thing that we learned was bad.
Well, technically, I never confirmed if that was the thing I actually did.
Okay, but don't do it.
I'm quickly going to change shirts again, though.
Why?
Because
why
I've realized the shirt that I am wearing is doxing me.
Was it already on camera?
I don't know.
Well, just don't lift up your arms like this, and then you're fine. Just be like this the whole time.
What does that dox me? Oh, kind of.
No,
yeah,
you're good. You're fine. Do you like have a hoodie nearby? You can just throw that on.
Yeah, I got a hoodie.
Just put it on right now.
We did talk about Spider-Man real quick. We'll go back to that, but just entertain it for a second.
So Halloween is a holiday where people go and trick or treat. Now this time, I'm actually in a place where I can hand out candy. So this was interesting because I had to go get a candy, and buying candy is a scary thing because I want to buy candy that I want to eat, but then I realize I have to give this candy away to children. But then I realized, do children like the same candy I want to eat? So that was the dilemma. I was standing in the grocery store for a solid half hour debating this. What candy should I buy? Eventually, I decided to buy 3 boxes of candy. I don't know how many kids are going to show up, but hopefully if they do not show up, I get to eat their candy. That's what I'm hoping for this year.
I remember what we did for Halloween when we turned off all our lights downstairs and played games in the rooms. I remember that.
Yeah, that was good.
There was this one house when we used to go trick-or-treating, and they used to give out apples and CDs that taught you about Jesus.
What? You got CDs? That's like cool. I don't even care what's on a CD. I just like it because then I can play it and like I don't know.
He used to just like get these CDs pre-ordered for Halloween, and he'd give them out with apples, and I would go to his house midway through because candy would make me sleepy. So I'd go to his, I'd get my apple, recharge, and I'm ready for the rest of the night. And
You're like what every adult hopes a kid is. It's like, oh yeah, they love apples and CDs.
No,
and...
I fucking hated the apples, but it recharged me for the next session because what we do is we'd go trick-or-treating at around like 6 o'clock, do all the houses because it's a small town, go back to our houses, change into our second costumes, and then go trick-or-treating again.
That's good. I actually have 2 costumes ready this year.
You have 2 costumes? Sorry, I'm gonna be eating pizza.
Yeah. One is just a mask that I'm gonna wear with the black hood. I mean, you know the one. I love that mask.
I hate that mask. That mask terrifies me because what Jag used to do is he used to just leave it hooked onto the corner of his dresser right in front of his door where we used to live together, and you open the door and that's just the first thing you see. Do you have it near you? Can you show them?
Hang on, you tell a little story.
So he used to do this in his terrifying. I don't remember how he got this mask. I just remember one day he just like came home and this mask was just sitting on his dresser and it terrified the absolute shit out of me. It was a terrifying mask. It was like, it was the weirdest thing. Oh god. Oh good god. I hate that mask so much. Why do you have that? Oh, you're keeping it on. Good. That's good. I'm glad you do. It's a great mask.
Yeah, I don't think this will make good podcasting though. It's like really muffled.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, to be fair, I'm chewing in their ears right now, so you know.
Episode 3 and we're already falling apart. What is this?
Nah, they were doing great.
No, I have that, and the second one was I went and bought some horns. Not like squeezy horns, like you know, like head horns. And they clip onto actually like headphones, like they have Velcro they wrap around. And then I bought a cape, which I thought was on sale, but then the lady at Walmart said no, it's not on sale. But I was already at the checkout, and I felt bad about putting it back at that point, and I still needed it, so I bought the cape, and now I have a cape and horns, and I'm gonna be like the like a DJ from hell. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And what oh. Hang on, that's like coming up real soon though. I know this is gonna go out after Halloween, but when we're recording this, it is you should have something.
I'm sure I found something.
I found something. We're gonna record the next episode later, and it's gonna be like, yeah, I never did.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. I do have some stories. So I did. I recently went on a trip to Las Vegas.
Yes, tell me about this. What happened there?
So we're getting ready to go. I decided I was gonna vlog a lot of it.
How'd that go? Where does it get posted? What?
I haven't posted them yet. I have all the footage. I just haven't gone around editing it because when we came back, we were both sick. I'm still sick technically. I'm running on a Dayquil right now.
Con flu.
Or a day Tylenol. And but we go there. And we land, we get to our Airbnb. It had a hard time getting into our Airbnb because it was just like, we were in a sketchy neighborhood. And not only that, it was just like the guy, we didn't know that the front gate was unlocked, so we were kind of just standing outside the front gate. So we go, we stay in our Airbnb. We got there like 2 days earlier than the con was supposed to start. This was Twitchcon, by the way. And after that, we go to Twitchcon, and it was super fun.
Yeah, if you didn't know, he's a streamer.
I'm a streamer. I stream. I don't know what that was.
So yeah, you were there.
So we had meet and greet set up for the first day. It was to see these two VTubers. It was Hume and Shy Lily. I don't know. A lot of people know who Shy Lily is. She's the orca girl who goes womp womp.
Yeah. Oh, yes. You got to see her. Was that cool?
It was. So here's the thing though: is so we saw them before their meet and greets actually started. We saw them walking around the con. So Hang on.
Now, if I'm understanding VTubers, right, they're virtual tubers. So how explain this one?
So they both showed up cosplaying as their character, their VTuber characters, avatars.
Well, that's even cool.
And they wore masks.
Oh, so you didn't get to see their faces?
No, because you're a VTuber for reasons, for the animosity of it.
But it like was the real VTuber.
It was the real them, yes. Like you could tell by their voices. But we saw them walking around the con beforehand. And we were just like, oh, we should stop them early and get a picture in case we can't talk to them long at the meet and greet.
And did you?
Yes, we did do that. But I felt rude afterwards. Because what happened was the first thing we did was like, oh, hi, sorry, can we stop and get a picture? And it felt like, so the first one, Shy Lily, she seemed like she was uncomfortable, so she stepped out of the picture. And I was like, that's fine. And we were about to take the picture, and then her friend, Nahume, goes like, oh, did you want to be in the picture? And I was just like, oh, you don't have to if you don't want to. That's fine. I completely understand. And then she's like, no, she came in. Flips me off, by the way. Flips off the camera while she's taking the picture. Which is just like a thing she does, I guess. It was just like she did like a funny thing. It wasn't on purpose. Yeah. And then they walked away, and I just thought about it, and I was just like, was it rude to stop them while they were just walking around the convention? Especially if we're gonna go meet them after. I don't know.
Nah, that's like the whole thing, though. I you know, as long as you are respectful and asking, I think usually it's fine. That's like the whole thing. We did,
and like if they said no, that was fine.
Yeah. It's always the line. It's like if you dress up at a convention, you know, and people ask, you know, that's the thing. But if people are rude about it, then
so this happened. This happened at like 11 a.m. Our meet and greet was scheduled for them at 3, so we were like, maybe they just won't remember us.
Did they?
Nahume did. So
What,
we go
pointing
there.
at you in the crowd.
No, we're standing there. We get up to the line, and she's like, "I feel like I just met you guys."
No, that
And
was
I was
my
just
brother.
like, "Yeah, you did." I was just
Why
like,
are you all
I was just like,
bashful about
I was
it?
just like, I'm sorry we like stopped you mid con. She's like, oh no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So here's the thing: is when we met Shy Lily though, I don't think she recognized us. She was super nice to Ketsume, super nice. Called her pretty, called her amazing. Like talked about how much she loves women, like all that. And then I come up, she doesn't say a word to me. She stood like a good like foot away from me when she took the picture, and I just said thank you, walked away, and that was that. And I found out later it's just because she's uncomfortable around men. But I thought it was because she
Okay.
hated me.
To be fair, I think I would also think the same thing. It's like, oh
Yeah.
my god, did I do something awful?
And then that first day, we also got pictures with a bunch of people. I'll see if I can pull them up. Maybe I'll put them in here if I feel like it. If not, I'll just post them on Twitter.
Yeah,
or
we'll just
something.
make your editing job real hard. Like
Yeah,
that
that's why I
picture,
said I
that
probably
picture.
won't. We'll just see if I'm willing enough to.
Point to an exact spot on the camera and map it there.
Oh, it was also so cool. We got a picture with Harris Heller. He was there. I don't know if you know who that is.
Maybe.
He makes like all the videos about like when you want to start streaming. He does all like the
Oh,
streamer
okay.
stuff. We also got pictures with CJ got pictures with a bunch of VTubers that she watches. I didn't. I don't know if you know who this is. You know Philion?
Oh yes, yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
she
so-
was there?
So here's the thing: is she was with her VTuber friends, but she was just on a phone on their shoulder, connected with like a camera above it,
Oh, okay.
and
So
she was just walking around getting people to do push-ups, and I was one of them, so I had to do push-ups for Philion.
you,
This is what happened. I was just she just came up to me. I didn't know Philion was there until after everything was done. She was like, "Hey, can you do push-ups?" And I was like, "Yeah." Do you want like girl push-ups or guy push-ups? They're like, girl push-ups is fine. I was like, okay. So I do the push-ups, and I just hear like this little voice in the background going, yes, yes, yes. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I stand up and I look at the shoulder. I see her in the corner. I was like, oh, I didn't know she was there. And I was just like, why did she want us to do push-ups? She's like, I don't know, it's Philion. And I was just like, okay.
that sounds about right, honestly.
Yeah, and then that counts on the first day. Also, while we were going to and from the con, they had like this thing called the Vegas Loop. And what it is, it's like these underground tunnels that go from to each convention building, and you drive around in Teslas. And basically, as long as you have a badge, you get into this Tesla and you go to these underground tunnels and you go to each like area. It was super cool.
And you like did it? You
Yeah,
went
we did
there?
it because we had the things. It was the way to get to the convention is you get into there
Oh, thank
instead of walking there. We could have walked there, so it took like 20 minutes.
Like real Teslas?
Yeah, they're real Teslas.
Damn. Okay.
And then the first day, we also met Jordan Fisher.
Oh
That was super fun. It was very shocking that he was there. I didn't know he was going to be there.
man, like everyone was there.
And then second day rolls around. Same thing. We take the Vegas Loop. We go there. And we go to meet... No, we go to the Twitch Rivals event. That was super cool. It was just basically just like Apex, like a bunch of creators playing together for like money. And then we met the Goon Squad, which was like Yummy, Soft Willy, the Isaac Y, that group. I don't know if you know them. We met that group, and then we also met Crispy Concords that same day, and Tuxbird. That was really fun.
Mm.
And then we also met this one guy who knows CJ online. His name is Jack Morrison. He's a TikToker with his wife.
Okay.
He recognized CJ, and that was really cool. We got a picture with him. I also got a picture with Blarg. That was super fun. And I also got a picture with It's Timmy. I think I said Crispy Concords already, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, got a picture with him. And then third day rolls around. It was basically just like going around meet and greets. The like exhibits were okay. It was just like your general con where you just like go around and they give you free stuff.
Okay, that's fine. Free stuff's always good.
Yeah, I
Is
got a
there,
bunch
like-
of free stuff.
Is there like a cool thing that you got that you're like that was the coolest thing I got?
I got this cup.
That's the coolest. A Dunkin' Donuts Twitch Rivals cup.
Hold on, let me grab it. I have a hat.
I gotta see this hat.
It wasn't
What?
for free,
Okay.
but I got this little like cow. It's like cow ears, and it's like a what's
Oh
it
yeah,
called?
yeah, yeah.
Bucket
I
hat.
see them.
I
Yeah,
got this, and
Okay,
then,
that is cool. That is cool.
And then I got a bunch of other free stuff that would take too long to go through. Like a bunch of little things that came in like bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
No,
third day,
you know what makes good content is pouring all that out, and we'll just look at each individual item.
that sounds miserable. I don't want to do that. And then third day rolls around, we go to another Twitch Rivals event. That was like first half of the day. And then second half of the day, we go to meet Big Puffer. I wanted to meet him, so I signed up for his meet and greet. And then we also saw a bunch of Apex streamers running around because we went to like the Apex community event thing. So I got pictures of a bunch of them, and then we went home. And then after that, we had to fly out 2 days after our Airbnb was scheduled to leave. So we had to go to a hotel. We go to like a nice hotel. It's kind of nice. I went to the casino. I lost like $300. Here's what happened: is I started out up money. I went to the casino. I played some slots, and I won like I want to say $50. I was up $50, and then I went to go play blackjack.
I thought you were good at blackjack.
I was okay at blackjack. Like, I lasted a long time, and I was going up, and I was down, and I was up, and I was down, and then eventually just went worse and worse and worse. I met these 2 nice old ladies. They were super nice. And every time she had an extra dollar, she'd put it on my bet and be like, win this. And I'd be like, okay.
And then would you?
No.
No.
And then after that, we fell asleep. We wanted to go to this canyon. And
like a hole in the ground?
Yeah, it was called like Red Rock Canyon. It was like a
Okay.
40-minute drive away. We tried to Uber there, and then we realized there's probably not going to be an Uber to take us back. So we're like, oh, this Uber already in. Hey, can you just take us back? Because we just realized we probably have no way of getting back. Is there any way you could just take us back?
Yeah,
to the
can you just
city?
like wait and then take us? Yeah.
So he couldn't wait. So we ended up just like driving through it and then going back. He was very nice though. He stopped and let us take
Okay.
pictures at each stop. So we did get some pictures of the canyon, and then we
Nice.
left.
Okay.
Because
Well, that's at least kinda cool.
our original plan was to go and do a hike in the canyon, but we couldn't do that. So we go back, and then we ended up just like resting that night because we were super tired afterwards. And then we're on the plane getting back, and this is where things get crazy. We're on the plane to go back, so we have to wake up at like 4 a.m. to get to our plane that leaves at 7, or to get to our airport at 5 because the plane leaves at 7.
Okay.
And it's a layover flight. So we start in Vegas and we head to Vancouver, and then we go from Vancouver back to Toronto.
Mm.
And on the flight between Vancouver and Toronto, I'm like sitting there. I'm like tired, but I don't want to sleep because we're gonna get back at like 9 p.m. and I want to be able to sleep that night. So I'm not sleeping. I have my water bottle. I have this one specifically, and I'm like, it has some water in it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have some water. Plot twist: Shelly's a fucking idiot. Doesn't know how air pressure works. Open this up. It's spraying water all over me, all over CJ next to me, and all over to the guy next to me, and on the lady in front of us. Like, it's just getting a little bit on them. What's happening is I have it in front of me like this, and it's just all over my face. And then the lady in front of us looks at CJ next to me, thinks it's her fault, starts getting mad at her. I eventually apologize for all of it after.
And that's the worst. Like, it's one thing if it was you and CJ, but the fact that it got on just everybody else.
I felt so bad. I just did not say where. This was like at the start of the flight too, so I had to sit next to them for another 3 hours.
No. Yeah, you don't want the nickname of the guy who made me wet on the airplane.
I wish that was me. And yeah, that was my Vegas trip.
Wow. That.
Oh, and
okay.
and Katsumi has COVID now.
Oh.
I don't though.
So I guess a fun adventure, all in all.
Yeah, it's weird. We come back. She has COVID. We each do our own test because I was also sick. I'm still technically sick, but I don't have COVID.
Yours was just con flu.
And I have Tylenol for that.
Yeah.
But like she was scared like her tests weren't working, so we each took a test from each of our kits and we switched them out to make sure they weren't like giving false
Yeah, that
positive.
makes sense.
Turns out I'm still
Yeah,
negative. She still has COVID.
So what did she touch that you didn't?
I don't know.
Huh. Weird.
Because we didn't get sick till after we got back.
Huh.
And the only difference that we took with like pictures specifically is she took pictures with a bunch of like VTubers, but that was on the first day. So she would have been sick after that.
Yeah, you'd think.
And we touched the exact same people after that. So I don't know who she got sick from. Maybe I was already COVID positive and then I washed it away when I almost drowned myself on the plane. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go with that theory. That sounds good.
That's what I've been going with. Yeah, that was like an 8-day trip. It was super fun. I don't want to go too much into it because I do have vlog footage and I do want to try and put that together for a video.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't spoil it. Like, hey, links for that will be somewhere probably.
I'll put them somewhere.
Yeah, that's good. So,
What?
Halloween candy. I need your thoughts on this. These candies right here. rockets. You've seen these. You've
Absolute
heard of
god
these?
awful candies.
Oh, thank you. Now, I have a friend who says that they are the best things in the entire world.
No,
and will
those are
just eat
absolute god awful.
just eat a bag of them. Like, he bought like a giant like ton bag, and he's just like nom 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 nom.
That's awful.
I don't understand. I mean, they're fine, they're okay, but I always thought they were the last thing you eat on Halloween. You know?
He's probably a sadist. He's into the pain. I hate those candies. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
I like Reese's peanut butter, but that one's awful because sometimes you can get that kid who's just like allergic, and you gotta be careful with that.
I forgot to say, while we were in Vegas, on the last day, we decided to go to the Strip. And we went to this...
and you stripped on the Strip and took a photo.
No, but another guy did. But...
Oh, okay.
We went to a Coca-Cola store, which is very cool because it was the first floor was just like merch and stuff. But on the second floor, you go upstairs and they had like this taste of soda of the world type of thing. So we drank like this, like it was like soft drinks around the world. They were awful. There was this one from Italy. It was just super miserable. It just tasted like drinking cough syrup. It was disgusting. And then after that, we went to a M&M store. I got a bag of M&Ms, and they had like exclusive M&Ms. So these big ones right here, these are fudge brownie M&Ms. And then these smaller ones right here, not the super small ones. Those are just mini M&Ms that I wanted. These ones right here, these are cookie M&Ms.
Oh.
And then they also
yeah,
had,
that
like,
sounds really good.
They also had like caramel cold brew M&Ms and caramel M&Ms, and they also had like just like pretzel M&Ms, like stuff you can't get just like in normal stores anymore.
Damn.
So that was super cool. And then we also went to a chocolate factory, which was like Hershey Kisses and like Reese's Cups and like all these things, like a bunch of different flavors. They had like these giant like Reese's cookie cups. They were super cool.
Man, it's a candy. Candy's so good sometimes.
My favorite candy when I was younger were like those jelly straw things. You ever had jelly straw?
I think I know the ones you're talking about.
You know, like those things where you pop it open and you suck it in and then like throat fucks you and then pops back out.
Oh yeah, I've seen the video. Like there was that video going around, like that one girl who just ate it and then went to the back of her throat and then she like spat it out.
And she spat it out and then swallowed it in again and then spat it out again. Yeah, I seen that video. Those are my favorite things as a kid because there's one teacher who always would hand them out.
Speaking of candy and food, so the other day I went and bought some food, and you know how like you put it in your fridge and freezer, right? That's where you keep that stuff usually. So I went to go open my freezer to put my food in, and as I grabbed to reach my freezer, the whole handle comes off, and I'm sitting there with the handle in my hand, the cold food ready to be inserted into the freezer, and I'm like, well, this is not how this is supposed to go. And it's not like I could even screw it back in because the whole like plastic that was attached like snapped right off, and it was just it's now just sitting on my freezer. Oh, I was supposed to call my landlord about that like 2 days ago. I should get on that.
Nice. I forgot to set a timer, so now I just set a timer. I don't know how long we've been going for.
Probably a time, I would assume.
You're so smart. I don't know what I'd do without you, honestly.
Hang on. I saw one of the things you wanted to talk about was
what?
Water.
Water? Oh, water? Yes. What is the best water? Hold on.
I got opinions on this.
Because I don't mean like different brands of water. I mean like what's the best water? Like is like regular tap water from where you had, or like when you just get out of gym class and you're ready to go to the fountain? That water was so yummy, bro. Like, oh.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. I feel like there's a lot of factors here. The same water can taste better in certain circumstances, and then there's also the different flavors of water. People will say there is no flavor to water. They are wrong.
Yes, they are wrong. That's because they live in towns with their waters filtered.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Step one. I know you said that doesn't matter, but what is the best brand of water? Or like if you were to buy a bottled water, where would you go?
I usually just go for Smart Water.
Smart Water is.
I personally have never like tried any other ones. I don't branch out too much. I just go for the Smart Water because it's a cool name.
I don't know what it is or what filtration they do, but like the cheap brand of like just the flimsiest plastic bottles, like they're like 25, 50 cents. Like the cheapest things, those ones taste so good. I don't know what they're doing over there, but like those bottles are so good.
Because they're full of fluoride.
I love it. Fill me full of fluoride, baby.
No, yes, you don't want that, buddy. No.
Maybe I need to Google what fluoride is. I thought that was for teeth in the dentist. Isn't that?
Are you eating your toothpaste?
Like, why do they make it taste so good?
What?
Like minty fresh.
No. How do
Like
you
when you
know?
run out of breath mints and you're about to go on a date, you just like a little bit of toothpaste to
No.
freshen it up in there, right?
Oh my god, eating toothpaste gives me Vietnam flashbacks, bro. Like from our air cadet squadron.
Wait, okay, I was joking. That were they eating toothpaste?
One of them, I can't say his name, but it was one of them.
Yeah.
He would just eat toothpaste for no fucking reason. It was when we were on the band competition thing. He was just eating toothpaste, and I don't know why. I couldn't stop him. He just refused to listen to me.
That's why I think kids' toothpaste is wrong. Like, mint is fine. Mint is good. But, like, you know how kids' toothpaste, they make it taste like bubble gum and other stuff sometimes?
I agree. I don't think they should make it taste yummy.
Taste that good.
No, because then they're just teaching kids to eat their toothpaste in the future. I have a working theory that kids or people who like the flavor of mint used to eat their toothpaste when they were younger, like little
Hang on,
buttholes.
wait, you don't like the taste of mint?
No, I hate mint so much.
Like,
you know
don't like
this.
just mint chocolates, mint candy?
No, you know this. Like when we had when we did like the Australian like snack
Oh yeah, you
thing,
hated that mint stuff.
all she sent us was mint, and it was just awful, bro.
Dude,
it was
so
terrible.
good.
It was yucky.
I guess maybe I've been eating toothpaste. I like mint stuff. It's like real tasty.
Yeah, I feel like you eat toothpaste.
Is that like an insult? That should be an insult, like you toothpaste eater.
Yes, I mean that as an insult. I'm not saying the
That's my
smart kids were
vocabulary.
eating the toothpaste when they were younger. No.
Okay. Before this goes further, we have now established, I guess, the bottles of water. But what is the best circumstances for trying water?
I think when you wake up in the middle of the night and you have dry mouth and there's just a cup of water that you forgot about next to you is super yummy.
So, like, it takes literally like a second and that whole cup is gone. I don't know where it goes, but it's like you're
Like this, we'll be gone. We'll be gone. If I wake up in the middle of the night and I have dry mouth, ooh.
Now, you can't see because this is just this square, but my bed is right next to me, and this cup is next to my desk on my bed. So sometimes I'll just wake up and I'll just like down this whole cup, and it's like so good. And then I'll wake up a second time, and I'm like, man, I'm still thirsty, and I'm like, there's nothing left. I guess I gotta go back to sleep, and there's nothing.
I have a question for you. So I watched a video while I was in Vegas, and so basically there's this trend on TikTok. So you know how there's like thirst trap trends on TikTok?
Where's this going?
So apparently there's one where like they thirst trap while they're cooking food. And it's just super weird. Like there was this one video where the guy was like kneading dough and then he made it look like two butt cheeks and then he spread it open and put his face in it. And I was like, what are you doing? Stop defiling the bread.
I thought you were gonna be like, oh, he gave it a little cheeky little smack.
He did that too.
Something.
He did that too. He did that first, and then he spread it open and stuck his face in it. And I was just like, ew,
It's like
ew.
From a little.
I was just like, why is this a thing? How many likes is this guy getting that he's still doing it?
You let those buns cook.
Yeah, so I think we should do thirst traps for our podcast now.
Do we need to start filming in the kitchen? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think I just like choke them.
Oh,
you know, like I hit him with one of these, like, oh, you like that? You know,
you like step on the camera a little bit, yeah.
That would take too much work. Oh, I broke it.
Too much work.
Hold on, I broke it.
Hang on, I have one more question about this kitchen thirst trap. Was it just the food that was supposed to be sensual, or
No,
was
he
like
was
the
also
person cooking?
He was also dressed sensually. Like he was wearing like a button-up shirt.
An apron and nothing else?
No, no, he was wearing like a button-up shirt, but none of the buttons were done up.
What? Not even an apron? Okay, look. I get an apron and nothing else because at least you're protected when like bacon grease splashes at you, you know? But like if his buttons are undone, like that grease is just going straight on the chest.
Did your parents ever used to collect bacon grease?
Well, you're not supposed to just throw it down the drain.
No, I did that. I definitely did that.
You're supposed to collect it up, like let it congeal and then throw it out.
What?
Like, you know when like the grease like just starts forming into a solid?
No.
Okay, yeah, well that happens sometimes.
Okay, well we used to do that, but we never threw it out, so we just have like these like jars of old bacon grease sitting on our windowsill when I was younger.
Sounds worse.
Yeah, it was worse.
Oh, Shelly grabbed the jar off the windowsill. Like what?
I thought she used to use it for cooking. That's why I never did anything with it.
The thing about the window is there's sun. You get sun, hot grease.
No, it was on the backside, so it was always in the shade.
That's... Most
So it's
people
better
put
now.
pies on the windowsill to cool, not bacon grease.
We never made pie.
I'm just basing this off of Looney Tunes cartoons.
I never watched that. You know, when I think of like pies from like Looney Tunes cartoons, I think of that one like Family Guy episode. You ever seen that clip?
What, where does he do the Looney Tunes thing where he flutters over to a pie?
Yeah. So what it is the clip is like Peter's like training to not like to like get skinnier so he's not eating food. So he's like, I'm gonna put this pie here and it's gonna put cartoony smoke towards you and you need to resist it. But then the smoke grabs him and rips his pants off. And then he's like, stop, no, I said no. And then he's like, you have to help me. Yeah, help me. He's like, it's making me watch. And I was just like, what is this?
Yeah, that's a little different from the Looney Tunes.
Oh, very different. Yeah, I don't think that would make it on old school air. Although some of the old school Looney Tune jokes are kind of out there for nowadays television. I'll say that much.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that new Looney Tunes show? Not new Looney Tunes. Like, it's called the Looney Tunes. This gets confusing.
Like
it's
the one where like
Tunes
they're
show.
just living in a town together.
Yeah, and like Bugs and Daffy are roommates, and then they like just.
Yeah, but the only episode I ever seen was when like Daffy was going to get his driver's license.
Yeah. Okay, that is like my favorite version of Looney Tunes. But anytime I tell that to someone who, like anyone else, they're like, "You're wrong."
Well, to be fair, you only hang out around old people.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Like, how many people do you hang out with that are your age?
Well, what do you consider my age? Like my age?
Anywhere between 20 and 24.
Ooh, wow, that was a hard limit. I guess.
What do you mean? What do you think your age means? 20 to 30? Like, no, that's not how it works.
Well, I thought that's where we were going with that question, but I guess not. Yeah, I guess I am kind of the youngest there.
I'm saying your age because you're still in your early 20s, but anything past 25 is considered late 20s.
I guess you're right. Wow. Sometimes, the numbers are real. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I'm the youngest there.
You're the youngest everywhere, dude.
Except with you. You're like so old.
I'm 3 months older than you.
That's crazy.
You know how long 3 months is?
You know what you can get done in 3 months? Like
Botox.
Yeah.
I broke him.
How? What?
I don't know how long Botox takes.
I didn't have an answer to that one.
I
didn't know where to go with that.
Honestly, no one ever does when they're talking to me. No one knows what to talk about.
Hang on. Have you ever had an interesting dream?
An interesting one? What do you mean by interesting? What classifies as interesting?
Let's have a podcast talking about the boring dreams. That sounds good.
What do you mean by interesting? I just mean like
something happens.
What do you classify as interesting? Because do you mean like the nightmares when I'm like because some of my nightmares I had like this reoccurring nightmare. It was reoccurring like the plot of it. It wasn't like the same thing necessarily every time. Like sometimes it was like a killer, sometimes it was a giant snake. And
what happened?
But it always ended the same where like I'm stuck in a corner and there's a person in front of me in front of the thing that's trying to kill me, and then the thing ignores the person in front of them and comes to kill me, and I'm like, oh. I was like, why is it my turn? And then I die.
Man, I wonder what that means. Someone tries to protect you, and then it just doesn't work.
It wasn't even trying to protect me. They were just like getting ready to run away. Like they start running towards it, and then it just ignores them. And I'm just like, cool.
Someone else is in your dream, and it doesn't matter. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah. And I never remember who that person is because I always wake up and I forget because I just died, and I'm just like, oh.
So that has been your most memorable dream, like something that's stuck with you, even though it's changed slightly sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, mine are like a little different.
Sure.
Did I tell you about the bear one?
The bear one? What does that mean?
Okay, so I had this dream where I was in my car driving to this field, and then I don't know why I was there, but I get out, I start going towards the woods, and then this bear comes out and starts chasing me, and then it's chasing me down. I'm trying to escape the bear, but of course I'm in the middle of a field, so there's nowhere to go. So he follows me, and then he starts running on his two hind legs like a horror movie bear.
Oh, like a person.
Yeah, like a person bear. That's scarier.
I hate person bears.
Of course, the only place I can go is like my car. So I go back in the car, but then he just flips the car over, and so then I have to leave the car, and then he gets me, and then I wake up and I die. And so I was like, oh.
So you wake up and then you die.
Okay, I died and then I woke up. That happens a lot where I die in the dream and then I just wake up. Like,
well, yeah, because it's because your brain doesn't know what happens after death, so it can't like process and imagine that, and that's why you wake up.
So this other time I was Godzilla, right? And I was running.
Okay, hold on. That's such a drastic turn. Why are you Godzilla?
I don't know, but there was another lizard person with me. I think we were running away together.
From
We were
what?
running through the military. You know, they're trying to kill Godzilla. That happens in
Godzilla
every
kills
movie.
the military. He absolutely
But we
messes
were
them up.
scared. I was Godzilla and I was scared.
Sure.
So me and this other lizard person are like running down the like city streets as these like helicopters and weird things are like military are launching missiles and guns at us, and then eventually we're running and I look back and then one rocket's heading straight for my face. It explodes and I wake up.
That would have
just
killed
keeps
you. You're
happening.
Godzilla.
I don't know.
Sure. No, yeah, these are weird. Yeah, these are interesting dreams. I will say that.
One time I had a dream and it just made me sad. Like I was in this flower field and I was like frolicking around and it was like the best time ever. I had like friends and I had like a girlfriend and it was like so sweet, and then we were just like laying in the flower field, and then I woke up and I was really sad because I didn't have a girlfriend and I was just alone again. That one made me sad.
I don't think I've ever had a girlfriend while streaming. No, that's a lie. But it was weird. It was just like people that like I don't talk to anymore. So it was people that I don't.
Wait, it was like a real person. I couldn't like picture a face.
Because so what it is like if you, whenever you have a dream, the people like the faces you see in your dream are always people you've seen.
I guess that's true.
So you don't have to necessarily know them, but it has to be somebody like you've seen either recently or just have a face that you remember.
So like if I stare at a picture of Ryan Reynolds before I go to bed every night, will he show up in my dreams?
Probably.
Wow.
He always shows up in mine. I don't even have to look at a picture.
Is that the one where he had a girlfriend who was Ryan Reynolds? He turns
comes
around.
He comes in my sex dreams.
Ooh.
He's not the part of it. He just likes to watch.
Speaking of wet dreams, so I had this other.
Jared, your parents listen to this, do they?
Yes, but let me finish. So speaking of wet dreams.
Yeah, let's talk about
I had
wet
this
dreams
other
while your
one.
parents listen to this. Let's sure. Yeah. No, let's go. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm in. Let's go. I'm in.
I was in this cyberpunk world,
Yeah?
you know, like neon lights. It was like a rainy nighttime city. I was like a detective. I had like a hat and like a trench coat. And then I was going in. I sat at like the bar and I
What
was like,
kind of
hey,
wet dream is this?
let me explain. So then I step out of the bar and it's raining. Wet dream. Get it?
You didn't even come.
No, that was it. And then I woke up. But I was like a cool detective for a little bit there, and that was kind of fun.
So you didn't sperm at all?
No, it was just raining. That was the wet part of the dream.
I don't think I've ever had a dream where it was raining.
No?
No.
I think it was maybe raining that night. Maybe that was part of it. It influenced the dream.
Maybe it's because I don't like rain.
You don't like rain? Hang on.
I
What?
don't like being in rain. I like
You don't
it
like
when
being
it's
in
raining.
rain?
I like it when it's raining. I don't like getting wet.
You don't like standing outside? I don't know why you T-pose when you're... But I T-pose when I'm outside. Like, just standing there. And then the rain hits you, and you're like, yes, this is good.
Yeah, no, I don't do that.
No? What about, like, when you have an umbrella, and then the rain just pitter-patters underneath it, and you're like,
Okay,
wow.
so the rain is a little weird here. I only experienced rain here one time because I'm always inside doing work. And
Really?
but it was when I was walking around outside with my roommate, and we were walking to go to like a bench, and then like literally like within a second it's just a downpour. Like these giant water droplets are just absolutely pelting our skin, and it's not fun to be in. So we have to go run inside to this random like meet and greet mixer, and we met some more people there. But it was just so
What?
random.
Hang on. Wait. I think you were missing a big part of the story.
What?
So you ran inside. There was a meet and greet mixer, and you
Yeah,
just
it was
stayed
for
and
well,
met
it was
people?
for well, yeah, because we weren't gonna go back outside. It was raining,
Okay.
and it was super sunny
it
too. It was just out of nowhere.
And it was wait. What'd you say the meet and greet was for?
Oh, it was just for school.
Oh,
Like we
okay.
were just showing up in dorms, and they're like, "Oh, dorm life, come meet each other," and I was like, "No."
Did you like meet anyone cool? Or
I
like
one person.
no one you're gonna talk to?
That was it.
That's fun. So like that was a fun adventure then. That's like a cool moral of the story.
No, because I got wet. I hated it. It was a miserable adventure.
Do you not carry an umbrella with you on like 24/7?
No, because when this happened, it was summer.
Yeah, I carry an umbrella with me in winter.
Why?
You know what? That's a good question, honestly.
That doesn't count
I-
because that's just something you keep in your car, isn't it?
I have it in my backpack, which I
That's
usually have
weird.
with me.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
You could have so
Why-
much other stuff in there, like your Nintendo Switch.
I also have that there. Look, I always come prepared. I always have everything in my backpack.
You keep a can of
Making me
beans
good.
in there in case you get stranded somewhere.
Sometimes no, I have packages of meat and granola bars, though.
Those aren't gonna last you. What do you mean packages
You're right.
of meat?
It barely lasts
What
me in
meat?
the morning some days.
What meat do you have? Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna keep this granola bar with me the whole day, and I'm gonna take it with me, and then I just eat it before I get to the bus. Anyway, what's this about packages of meat?
So there's these packages of meat, Korean barbecue. It's like the Korean barbecue niblets. They're so good.
What niblets?
Yeah, like little niblets of meat. They're like little bite-sized niblets of meat.
It just comes in a bag.
Yeah, I'll have to send you a picture. I think I have one left.
I
Yeah.
have one niblet left.
Yeah, they're like super tasty though.
That sounds weird.
You ever nibble on a niblet of meat?
No, but I do like Nibs, the Twizzler brand.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Hot take. I think nibs are better than Twizzlers.
Yes. Yes.
But
Nibs are better than Twizzlers.
have you seen long Twizzlers? Or no, long nibs?
No, what is a long nib?
So you know how nibs are like cut up into little bits, right?
Yeah.
They decided to release these things where it's like just a long nib, like the same length as a Twizzler, but it's just a nib.
Ew. This looks stupid. This just looks like a Twizzler they didn't twist.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's bad though.
That's stupid. Does it taste different?
No, it tastes the same as a nib, just long.
I hate that. That makes it
You know
taste
what?
bad.
I love in society when we decide, I like this, but longer, please.
Like with what? What else besides nibs do you think that applies to?
Sometimes that happens with like other chocolate bars where they're like 2 times longer.
I'm not a chocolate bar guy.
Or toilet paper, I think they do that also. Your roll is twice as long now.
That's just paper towel, buddy.
Yeah, same thing.
No. If you wipe your ass with paper towel, I feel so bad for your butthole.
Bounty's extra absorbent.
It's so rough though. Like it's not meant to wipe your butt.
You're right. Don't do it. I haven't, but
I don't believe you.
like I think
I have.
in a pinch. I think. Shut up.
I'm on it. I'm
Why-
being serious.
Why did you need to do that?
I was home alone. I'm like.
That's less of an excuse.
I'm like 14, 15. I'm home alone. And we're out of toilet paper, like dead ass gone all out. And I'm like, there is poop on my butt. And I don't know how to get rid of it. So I
don't know what to do.
So I walk to the kitchen, pants around my legs, exposed. Thank God, home alone. And I see the paper towel. I'm like, yes. I grab 3, not rolls. I grab 3 sheets, and I go to the bathroom, and I wipe my butt with paper towel because that's all I had.
Do tissues not exist in your house?
Like Kleenex?
Yeah.
No.
I think that would have been a much better substitute.
Well, we didn't have that, and also, those are so thin. You're gonna.
Well, like you layer up a little bit. You layer up.
Yeah, but even then, that's too much of a risk. Like you're just wiping your butt and then, like no.
Well, yeah. But what's better, like a risk and softness, or just pain? You know.
Pain.
Hey, no, wrong.
I can't
Incorrect.
finger myself with pain. I think I'm my roommate in here.
I can't finger myself with pain. Alrighty, well.
We're on 20 minutes now. I don't know how long it was before I started recording.
That's at the 20-minute mark. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I don't know how long we went before I started recording.
That's true.
So I don't know.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna timestamp it with 20.
I could always
minutes, and
stop
it's gonna be at,
recording
like,
real quick and
minute
check.
36. But then you gotta edit 2 clips together. That's really hard for you.
No, it's really easy. It's just put one there, and just make them smaller.
I mean, like we could just like keep going for a little bit, you know? Like we could
Okay.
we could talk to you about your weirdest experience with old men.
Oh, that wasn't for me. That was for you.
That was for me.
Yeah, because I remember you telling me about your swim meet days.
Oh, you want to talk about that story?
Yes, I want to talk about that story.
Okay,
I
well,
think the
first
world
off,
deserves
do
to
you
know.
have any weird experiences with old men?
Not recently.
Not
There-
recently.
There was this one guy who used to live where I used to live when I was younger, and he had a glass eye. He was a little weird.
Uh-huh.
He was scary when I was younger. There was also this other guy who
Prosthetic
just.
eye, and you're like, yeah,
There was also this other guy who was friends with my Muslim, and my Muslim used to go visit him, and people used to think he was the meanest guy ever. I used to go there. He was super chill. He just had a house full of cats. Like, he was the crazy cat guy.
Yeah, but like cats are cool, right?
It was a lot of cats. It smelled. But I used to play with the cats, so it was okay.
Okay, like were they at least friendly cats?
Yeah.
Okay, I know sometimes you meet a cat and he's just like does not want to exist, and then he makes you not want to exist, and it's like not fun.
I hate when that happens.
But anyway, so yeah, I did swimming. I was a swimmer. And that was really fun. Yeah. It was really cool. Did competitions, won some like gold medal. Well, okay, not gold medals, but
Yeah,
like
don't lie to them.
I won all the gold medals, and I was like the best swimmer
I was
ever.
the
Like
best swimmer.
boom, boom, pow, fire, power.
I was the best swimmer in Alberta. The place that's
No,
not doesn't have any water.
yeah, that's why we're so good. Wait, there's like a whole movie about that where they did that like bobsledding in a place that didn't have bobsledding, and then they like you've heard of
Cool
that,
Runnings,
right?
that's what it's called. Cool
Yeah,
Runnings.
yeah.
I was about to say that.
But Alberta
I was
and
like,
swimming.
Cool Runnings has nothing to do with swimming. And they
Yeah.
lost.
Well, so did I. So anyway, yeah, so I did swimming, and it was fun. You know, you went practice, you stayed in shape, it was good, fun times. Now the thing was, every time I got out, because it was we used like the actual rectangle pool, like I don't know the normal pool, but then like our pool had like just a fun leisure pool as well, whereas like not meant for competitive swimming. Now they both kind of got out around the same time, or at least maybe this guy did, because he was always there after I finished swimming, and it was the worst because what I've learned is apparently girls showers in the washrooms, because I've had people tell me about this. They have said that they have sometimes like
It was
little
me. I told
like
them I went in there.
barriers. Oh, okay. There was barriers, so like you can go to a shower.
They have
there's a
barriers
barrier.
in there?
Yeah, like you know how stalls, like in a toilet, they had shower stalls. Yeah,
This
no,
is the
guys
first time
also
hearing
did-
about this. Why did they get
Well,
stalls?
mine. That's what I've been saying. So I went to the guys because I'm a guy, and we just had 3 communal showers. So just 3 shower heads right next to each other.
No stalls, and like you could touch the other person just by putting your arm out, and you could
yeah,
grab their
they
arm.
were that close. Not even full extension.
Yeah, not
like,
even full
just, like-
extension.
And so you just do your thing. Now usually I would just still be wearing my swimsuit, and I would just rinse off. Sometimes I'd bring like a little bit of shower gel or whatever. It was quick rub
Yeah,
off.
when
I'm
I was
still
in there,
wearing the
I
swimsuit.
just used like the stuff that they had on the
hand
wall,
soap.
and I'd keep my trunks
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, most people kept the trunks on. Now there was one guy, and he was an older gentleman. I would say maybe 70, maybe enough where the wrinkles and everything started to just
Fall.
and he decided I'm not wearing swim trunks. I'm just like I'm gonna let it just hang out. I'm just gonna go like clean everything. And so after you get out of the pool with chlorine, you do want to rinse off. You don't want to let that sit on you all day. So I did have to rinse. And the worst part was, like I said, there was 3 stalls. So he always went to the middle one, which means you had no good options.
For this old, wrinkly, naked guy.
Now, luckily, he was fine. He was a cool guy. He just kept to himself. But still, I saw things, and I can't forget those things.
I think that swimming, like what's it called, the swimming pool where we lived, was the first time I ever saw another person's penis.
What?
I think it was
the first
yours,
time?
actually.
Jesus Christ.
No, I remember this so vividly. Oh my god, I feel so bad that your parents are listening to this. But what happened was it was for like air cadets, I believe. We were going there for like swimming. I don't know. It was just some like weird like physical training we had to do. And I just remember like you didn't tell anybody when you started taking your pants off. And we're like talking, and I turn around, and you didn't notice me, but I saw. By the way. Anyway, oh, yeah, that's the first time I saw another man's penis. I'm glad it was yours.
Thanks, man. No, to be fair, usually like at the swim meets, everyone would just like change because you had to like get in, get out.
No,
It's,
I
like,
always stayed behind a towel. I didn't need that embarrassment.
barrier.
No, I would like hold a towel around me and I would change like that.
Doesn't it make it take longer and harder to
Yes.
do? Yes.
But as long as
Okay.
nobody saw my tiny wiener, I was fine.
I guess fair enough. You learn a lot about someone at a swimming pool. I'll say that much. Yeah.
That is true. Like you learn about the more confident people. When they just go in and they don't even say anything, they just start stripping.
They're like, I gotta get in that water, baby.
Yeah, so you know how like our changing room used to have like the little corner with like the lockers in between and the shoe rack thing? So whenever
Yeah,
before
there
we
was
start-
like There's like a little divide there for people who
Before
don't know
we
what we're
started
talking about.
swimming, we used to like climb that wall at my old school.
Okay, wait, how old were you at the time though?
We would have been like 10, 11, 12.
Okay, yeah, like kids had being kids, you know.
Yeah. They just see stuff and I'm like, I'm gonna climb it.
That's the best. Well, okay, I think that's what adults call parkour nowadays, you know? I see it, I want to climb it. Which is fun. I love the idea of parkour, and I love watching all the videos of that online. But you know what's hard to do is parkour in Canada because it just doesn't work.
There's not a lot of places to parkour in Canada. Not without putting yourself in extreme danger.
Well, the problem is, yeah, either that or everything's just so far apart. Like you have to you have to go.
You have to have the physical attributes of an athlete, a D1 basketball player. I don't know if I use that right.
When I went to Toronto for a week, it rained actually most of that week, which was really funny how you were like, it hasn't rained at all. But while we were there, I think someone was trying to do parkour, or maybe they were just jumping building from building, evading the cops. Either way, they were jumping building from building, and I think they ended up falling and having to go to the hospital, and it was like on the news for a little bit there.
You saw
it was
this?
like, no, I just remember it like being on the news while I was eating breakfast one day. They were like,
what high school student is... No, you're not even in high school. You would have been in junior high. Why are you watching the news?
no, so like this hostel we were staying at the week our school went to Toronto.
You stayed at a hostel?
Yeah.
These teacher brought children to a hostel?
Yeah, so like we were talking with the other travelers and residents of the hostel, and you know, they were fine. I had corn pops for breakfast. It was pretty good. And so I was sitting there eating my corn pops, and then they just like had the news on the TV in the corner.
Okay.
And it was pretty good.
I stayed in a hostel.
You know what? Yeah, you know what is worse than just staying in a hostel though? When your teacher says, "Hey kids, let's all go to McDonald's at 3 a.m. in downtown Toronto." That was an experience.
What? 3 a.m?
Well, because we just got off our flight, we dropped all our bags off at the hostel, and then everyone was really hungry. So, you know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, downtown Toronto, 3 a.m. It's a time.
No, I stayed in a hostel when I was in when I went to Jasper.
Okay.
Our teacher made us go to a hostel as well.
Like they're fine places.
Jasper's very touristy though, so it wasn't like any creepy people in the hostel. It was just like tourists who wanted cheap
like I
places
said,
to stay.
yeah, sometimes that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
And at least it wasn't like a communal hostel, you know, like where there's like 6 random people to a room. It was just like 2 people to a room, and it was also one of your classmates, so it was fine.
Oh, our hostel was just like 20 bunk beds all lined up in this one big room.
You were in one of those?
Yeah, but it was pretty chill because
no.
there was only like a couple other people in there, and they just kept to their own corner. So it was chill.
I'm always worried about like someone nabbing my goods. Like,
I kept everything important to me under my pillow.
I guess that works. Like, who's gonna?
There was
grab
also
your
a
pillow?
knife. There was also a
Under
knife
the
there.
pillow?
Yeah.
How? What if you like stabbed yourself while you slept?
It was closed. It was a pocket knife. It wasn't just like this kitchen knife I found.
I thought it was like a butcher's knife, just like hanging out.
No, it was
there.
like a pocket knife, and I slept like under with my hands under the pillow like this, like you know, like when you sleep on your stomach, and I just like I would just be like ready to be. Whoosh. And it's just like my friends trying to draw on my face, and I just have a knife to them. And then like we always used to go on trips for like our junior high year. For grade 7, we went to like this weird like adventure camp place. It was super random, and I don't remember where it was. It was just like this weird place. It was super fun though, and we just stayed in like these cabins. And I remember like we all just had like a bunch of pop because they had like a little concession place where like you do certain things in the camp, and you get in-store money, and then you get to use it to buy like snacks and stuff. And we had like this tower of pop cans that we put in the window, and we just like we were trying to fill up the window and block it off with pop cans. Yeah, so that was fun.
Damn. Okay. So sometimes, you know, random places, they can be fine. They can be all right.
Yeah. You ever gone to like a random place and it wasn't fine?
Well, have you?
Yeah.
When
I was in high school, I was back in my hometown for the summer, and me and my friends were like, we're gonna go into this abandoned building. So we did.
And did you find any ghosts?
No, it was super trashed. We found $5 in somebody's wallet that they left there.
You found a wallet?
Yeah, but we were going in through this broken window because the window was already broken, so we're like, we're gonna climb in here. Because my friend had like this thing where he wanted to like post videos of like exploring abandoned buildings on YouTube. So you're like, yeah, sure, we'll go. And he cut himself on the window when he was going in.
Oh my god.
It wasn't like a bad cut. It was like a superficial cut, but it was bleeding a lot. So like his hand was just covered in blood, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm bleeding. Let's keep going." So we're just like looking through this like trash building, which is very illegal, by the way. People don't do this. Allegedly, I did this.
If anyone asks, allegedly.
Allegedly, I did this, and allegedly he was bleeding.
Did those videos allegedly go up?
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder if I could find them. I don't remember where he posted them. I'll have to try and find them for the next podcast because I don't remember honestly where he posted them. I don't remember if he posted them on YouTube or if he posted them on his Instagram at the time. It might have been his Instagram at the time. Or his Facebook. I'll have to look into it. But was there ever like a weird place you went to where it didn't go well?
I don't know. There was an abandoned building in town I wanted to go exploring, but then I'm like, nah, that's illegal. I probably shouldn't.
Which one was it?
I mean, sometimes I just wandered out into the woods, but like there were just trees there.
I used to do that too.
I don't think there's.
I used to just wander into the woods.
You know what's the best part about going to the woods though? Is finding cool sticks. That's like the best thing.
Oh, I had this one stick that looked like a hook blade, and it was like a root branch, so it was super strong. So I could like pull myself up trees with it. It was so cool.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, it was
that
so
is the
cool.
Best.
And then my friend broke it, and then I punched him.
As you should have.
Mm-hmm. Because he like took it and he like snapped it over his leg. I was like, so I punched him.
Yeah. Okay, what are we at for time here?
33 minutes.
Okay. What is this one about talking to yourself?
Huh? Oh, I was just gonna ask, do you talk to yourself? Like when you're by yourself, do you just talk to yourself? Like are you ever like I'll find when I'm in the grocery store, I'll just be like, I need cheese, I need this. Do I need this? No, I don't need this. You know? Because when I was younger,
I feel like sometimes yeah.
When I was younger, I was really into like YouTubers, and I got into this habit of just talking to myself like I was recording a video all the time when I was playing video games.
Just streaming all the time, guys.
Yeah, that's what I used to do when I was younger.
Let's playing living life.
And nowadays, every once in a while, I just talk to myself. Do you talk to yourself?
I feel like every so often. Like I feel like not as much in public, but like I for my job I'm just like alone most of the time. So like every so often I'll be like, I did that badly. Or
Yeah,
sometimes
I
I'll
do
be
that
like,
too.
yeah, way to go, Jared. That was great. I feel like most of the time it's fairly positive. I know I'll talk to some people and they're like, yeah, my internal dialogue is just awful. Like I hate myself, and I'm like, Jesus, what?
No, it's
I don't
great.
know. How are your thoughts mostly to yourself? Are you like pretty positive, pretty negative?
My thoughts, it depends. When I'm playing games, it's usually negative.
Okay, but I think that's a little different.
But in general, it's usually positive, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah, I know that's most of the time, you know, and sometimes it's just like when you're talking to yourself, it's like, okay, we got this, we can get through this, we're fine, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then sometimes I also will do this, where I'll like get into my car, and then I'll just like keep talking to myself, replaying that conversation that just happened, and I'm like, I could have said this, I should have said that. You know what? The choices I made in life were fine. Everything's good. Yeah, that's okay.
One thing that I'll do is I'll like be mad at somebody and I'll replay how the argument's gonna go in my head, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say this, it's gonna be super good, and then I just never say any of those things. It's just like a really like mediocre argument. I'm just like, okay.
See, sometimes, for example, like I'll walk away from someone and I'm like, okay, bye-bye, and then I'll leave and I'm like, bye-bye? Why did I say bye-bye? Does he think I'm weird? I think I'm weird. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have said bye-bye. Who says that?
I
Don't
do
say
it.
that
I
next
do it
time.
like I do it like a Japanese character. I'm like, well, bye.
Bye.
The one thing that I've been doing recently is I just like whenever I'm at like a random thing, like if I'm just getting like coffee or something from Timmy's, when I leave I'll just be like arigato and I'll walk away.
How do they feel about that?
I don't know. I'm always walking away. I never look.
It's fair. But how do you feel about that?
I think it's great. It's my favorite thing to do.
Now, okay. I saw this on another podcast, and I thought we could do something like this, where we do a draft. Have you heard of the like a draft pick?
Like NBA?
Yes, but we do it for winter time. Like, what are
mean?
your favorite wintertime things?
Eating snow.
Okay, but we'll do what? Top five, top three each.
Top 3 winter things?
Top three winter things. So like you pick one, I'll pick one, and you can't pick my thing, and then we'll see who's got the best list.
Why can't I pick your thing?
Because I already drafted it. They're on my team.
What if I draft it first?
Then you get it, and I can't.
How do we know who wins?
I don't know. I guess we'll tally up the list at the end and be like, yours is cooler, I guess.
This sounds dumb. Let's do it.
Okay. Who goes first?
Let's flip a coin.
I'm Tails.
Do you have a coin?
Do you have a coin?
Hold on. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Your Tails.
Okay. Best winter thing. Snow.
That's so general. You got to be more specific than that. You can't just say
More
snow.
specific than snow?
You can't just say snow. That's all of winter. You have to pick.
That's my thing. I
have
get snow.
You can't
Jags,
just pick
go.
snow. You have to be more.
Yes.
You have to be.
No, I
it's
get
too vague.
snow.
It's too vague of an
That's the
answer.
best winter
You have to be
thing.
more specific.
There's more winter things you could go with.
Snow doesn't even make any sense. How's it a winter thing?
It's a winter. It only happens in winter time.
No, it doesn't. You ever heard of Antarctica? You fucking moron.
Okay, so you want me to? Are we not?
Alaska?
Fine. I'll go. Snowmen.
You whore.
What is your favorite? What's your on your list? What's your first pick?
Making Indian popsicles.
Hang on. You want to describe that one for people who don't know?
An Indian popsicle is when you fill up fresh snow into a box and then you pour maple syrup into it to make it all sticky and like solid, and then you put a stick in it and you wrap it in there and then you have like a little popsicle.
Oh, that's really good. That's a really good pick. Oh. Ooh. I'm gonna go like Christmas / holiday. You know, be inclusive here. But like the holiday. You know, the holidays, giving gifts.
It's
getting
called
gifts,
Christmas.
Okay.
I won't let these liberals take it from me. I'll tell you what.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, what's yours?
Making igloos. When I was younger,
okay.
When I was younger, we used to like wait for the snow to get really high, and then we used to either make like little igloo tunnels in the deep snow, or we used to like cut off little like paths in between it, and that's where we used to play.
That is like my favorite thing about winter is just like how snow is like nature's Play-Doh, but it's so big and you can build it life size.
We also used to like make our own houses with it. Like we used to like use the snow to make our own beds, and then it would get really bad because then it would rain and then it would turn into ice, and my bed was just ice.
And you'd sleep on an ice bed.
Yeah. But when we were playing, obviously I didn't.
Yeah. I mean, that is the interesting thing about snow, though, is it can actually retain heat, like if it turns into ice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like that igloos are a thing, and people stay warm in them.
Yeah, Antarctica.
No, only in winter time does snow exist.
No, you're dumb. You're dumb.
Don't you know in Antarctica when the penguins are out and about and
it's
wait,
just
that's the South
green.
Pole.
Yeah, there's nothing's alive in Antarctica except for Santa.
Yeah, the penguins are just there. No, he's in the North Pole.
There's no penguins in Antarctica.
They're at the South Pole.
Which ones am I talking about?
Hang on, this is like real
Is
bad.
Antarctica
that we
the
don't
top
know
or the
this is.
bottom? Listen, I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now, if you asked me to put the provinces down in each of their spots in Canada, I could not do it.
Hang on. Where all the provinces are in Canada?
Yeah, if you could you put them down on the map without looking at it?
Ooh, I could get a fair majority of them. I don't know as much.
It's bad
as
that we can't get all of them.
There's like a lot though.
No, I know, but CJ makes fun of me all the time because I can't do it because she can.
The penguins are in Antarctica. Antarctica is the southern one.
Oh, I meant the top one. What's it called? Arctic?
That's just the Arctic.
Yeah, that one. That's where Santa lives.
Yeah.
I'm scared he's going to
It's-
take us
Where?
to the Arctic. He needs his elves back.
You think we're elves?
We're pretty short.
Oh, damn, you're right. That's so true. You know what is awful is to drive my car, I have to scooch the chair forward because I got like short legs. And so anytime I have anyone else in my car, like they'll come in and they're like, "Why is your chair so forward?" And I'm like, "I need it to touch the pedals." Or they'll like hop in my car to like drive it, and then they're like, "Oh my gosh, your chair's so far forward to the steering wheel. Like, what's up with that?" And I'm like, "I got short legs."
That's what I
It's
liked about when I
awful."
used to live with my mom, because we used to share the car. Like I used to drive sometimes and she used to drive sometimes. And I never had to move the seat because we have the same size legs.
Okay, so you got your two, I got my two. So I get one more. Um, Best part about winter, best favorite winter thing. There's a lot of good winter things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if I say my birthday, does that
No, that doesn't count.
is that an answer?
No,
I
because
was like,
your birthday's not even in winter. It's in January. That
yeah,
doesn't
that's
count
a
as winter.
That's winter time.
No.
Yes.
When is winter?
When do you think winter is?
Hold on. When is
Us trying to play this game is the stupidest thing.
winter? Winter goes to March? It doesn't start till December? We're not in winter yet?
No.
I'm so used to it snowing in October that I'm just
Yeah,
I just feel like we're in winter.
Hang on, this is a separate thing. When do you think winter should start and end? Not when it actually. When do you think it should start?
The end of October. I think it should start in November.
It should start November and then end December?
No.
When do you think it should end?
Yes, I think it should start in like November and end in December.
Okay. See, I think it should start at the first snowfall, which is either maybe end of October, maybe November. I think winter starts at the snowfall and ends when the snow melts.
I heard you guys already have snow.
Yeah, it was awful. It started like last week.
Yeah.
We've been hitting like minus 20 degrees Celsius. It is
minus 20? God, I do not miss
Yeah.
Alberta. I'm chilling at 7.
I had to go to work and had to scrape my windshield. Like I've had to do this, and it's not been
My mom
okay.
used to make me do that for every morning. That I gave up, and I just told her to give me the keys, and I would go start the car beforehand, so
And
I
it just
wouldn't have to scrape it. I would wake up earlier than her, and I start the car, and I just would not, and then I go back to bed and wait for her to wake
You know
up.
what was the worst thing though? So like since I've had to defrost my window because it has frost, usually like I would like go to Tim Hortons or somewhere fast food place to go get some food in the morning, but you can't go through a drive-through if your windows are frosted shut now, can ya? So it has been the worst. I'll
That
tell
used to
you.
happen all the time when I worked at Tim's. We would just like open the door and be like, I can't get the window open, so this is what we're gonna do. And I'm like, okay.
Okay, as long as you got money.
I'm like, I don't care. And nobody would ever want to work the window because it would always be too cold. And I'm just like, I don't care. And I would just do it. And they're like, aren't you cold? And I was like, yeah, I just ignore it. 'Cause it's that's kind of what you turn into when you work at a fast food job, is you kind of just ignore the pain. Like people like I remember when we used to work at the one job together as line cooks, and people used to be like, how are you used to the pain? Like how does it not hurt anymore? And I was like, oh, it still hurts. I just stopped caring.
I guess that's true.
Like you get
especially
peppered, it's not like it doesn't hurt. You just get used. You just don't care anymore. You're like oh, it hurts, but I got to get these fries out.
Well, I think the worst was when you were washing dishes and then you had like the hot everything.
I hated that. And they're like, oh, how do you hold these hot dishes? And I'm just like, they're like, how do you do this without feeling pain? I'm like, oh no, it hurts. It definitely hurts.
Well, and then there's those other people who are like, oh, once you do it for so long, you build up calluses and everything. You stop feeling it.
And I'm just like, that's not calluses. You're killing your nerves. That's not calluses.
And I'm like, I don't want to do that.
That's one of the reasons why I don't eat spicy food as much as I used to. Like I used to like nibble on it like once a month. I'd have spicy food. Now I don't anymore because I remember like our head chef while we were there told me that when you eat spicy food, you're like shocking your nerves and you're like killing them and you're like ruining your taste buds.
Am I not? Should I stop?
It's like
ordering spicy chicken sandwiches.
It's a long term thing, so it won't affect you till you're like in your like 50s.
But that's like when. Actually, no, I won't retire.
And I don't plan on living past
never mind.
40.
What?
So.
This podcast is gonna go till we're 80.
For you, yeah. In loving memory, you're just gonna turn the camera on in my room, and I'm just gonna be dead. You'll be like a skeleton.
No, we'll have your camera just on your gravestone.
We'll have my kid. You can podcast with my kid. By the time I'm 40, he should be like 10 at least.
I like how it's me podcasting with your kid, and I just don't have a kid.
No, you're gonna die alone.
That's so sad.
I've already determined this. You know what you could do is by 40 you could freeze me. You could put me in cryo sleep.
What, like Fallout 4 style?
Yeah, and then I just wake up in the year 3023.
Yeah, okay. What do you think it's like up there?
Up there? I don't think it's up. I think it's forward.
What do you think it's like forward
Up
there?
is like death, buddy.
Forward
And there's
there,
no
what do
way
you
in
think
hell
it's
I'm
like?
going up there.
Forward there, what's it like up forward there?
I think over there is a better word.
Over there, what do you think it's like over there?
I don't know. I'm not there yet.
This is the worst conversation. Anyway, my third thing for snow is my third thing for winter. My third favorite winter thing is cold.
Snow. Cold? You like the cold?
I love the cold. It's the best. Okay, let me explain. Let me explain why it's the best option for people out there. So you get to snuggle up in blankets, right? You get to sit by the warm fire with a cup of cocoa because it's cold. You can't do that in the warm times.
I hate cocoa.
You get cold. You get to bundle up in nice coats. You get to just enjoy like snuggling up. Like a warmness brought on by the cold is the best kind of warmness.
Hot take. Hot chocolate is so mid. It is
Really?
not as hype as everyone
even
makes it
with
out
the
to
little
be.
marshmallows.
That makes it so much more awful. I don't want to chew my drink. Except unless it's jelly juice. Jelly juice is
You
yummy.
you don't like bubble tea?
No, I hate bubble tea.
Oh my gosh.
I hate it because like when they make their flavors, they don't use artificial flavors. They use they actually take a strawberry. And
Yeah,
put it
I know
in there,
that's
and
so good.
I hate that.
No, I don't know. There's
I
something
like
about having just the
everything.
balls in
I
your
like
mouth
it
that's
better
really
when it's
good.
not real. I love balls in my mouth. I hate bubble tea.
Yeah, so those are my three things. I got the cold, I got snowmen, and I got like holidays. What's your third thing? So like I was thinking while we were having this conversation.
No, I wasn't. When you mentioned cold, I was thinking about just like that night when we had to go do the parade in like -40.
Oh yeah, that was rough.
And we were all dying. And I remember I broke my phone that same night too. No, I didn't.
I feel like
that was a different night.
you've broken your phone a lot.
Yeah, it's still cracked.
It's still cracked.
I'm gonna get a new one soon. I'm trying to think. Ooh, skidooing. I like skidooing.
Yeah, that's it. There we go.
Because we used to go skidooing and we used to tie sleds to the back of them and we just go ride down the road. Very illegal. Allegedly, I did. This.
Like sledding. That's a good one.
No, not sledding. Going downhill is so cringe. I like it when you're getting pulled by an ATV.
I've never experienced that. I've only been down a hill.
It's so fun.
Like you take your tube and you just like plop it on the hill and you
ever
go,
been tubing?
and then
like behind a boat?
you run. No.
What do you do for fun, man?
Oh, I sit in this room sometimes.
You
sometimes talk to myself.
You play your anime video games.
Yeah, you get me.
I recently been playing Genshin recently. I recently just pulled Fischl. I was happy. I haven't pulled any.
Back on Genshin.
I haven't pulled any gold characters yet. Right now, I have the Wolf Boy. I have some weird ice child, like cat kid. I don't know what it is.
Diona?
Yeah, that one. And then I have Fischl. I have the red bitch. Fucking Amber. Ugh, I hate her so much. And then
I love your names for these people.
And then that's it right now. I'm just going for Chi-Chi. That's all I want.
I hope we get some avid Genshin players up here just like commenting about these names.
The red bitch. Yeah, that's my 3.
Okay, that's solid. I think we have a solid draft. So I mean, hey, see, the thing we do now is then we tell people to comment where this is posted and to tell us who won the draft. Like who's their favorite.
I'm not posting this.
No, this video isn't getting posted anywhere.
No, I haven't been recording since we started. No.
And there we have it, episode 3.
Episode 3. Woo! We missed one. You'll see this episode like 2 weeks from now. We'll have episode 2 posted before this as well.
See, that's why I went winter and not Halloween, because this will be going into the winter season.
No, winter doesn't start till December apparently, so
also comment and let us know when you think winter starts.
Comment and let us know where the Antarctica is. Because we don't know.
Tell us.
Please tell us. We don't know. Other than that, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.